Hey everyone, it's Viking to do something a bit different. New background, which I may or may not use every so often because it's actually an easier background and more visually appealing. And I'm going to try to do some different sort of video. So this is a video about my, as you can guess, swords from the title. So these are the swords I have, my 3 swords.
I think you mean 4.
Well, I mean, yeah. Anyway, let's work on the swords that I have. So we've got, my first sword was this beautiful one. This is my first sword I bought, which was last year. So I haven't been collecting swords very often. I've got 3 fairly good swords, and I do enjoy the swords. And this is my first one, Jon Snow's sword, long claw. So that was my first ever one I bought. Not bad, to be truthful. Feels good. The wolf looks amazing. Actually, the one reason I actually got it is because I'm a big Witcher fan, which I've said multiple times, but I'm a big Witcher fan. Wolf. Wolf and wolf. Hang on. Ow. Wolf and wolf. So, big Witcher fan. And around the time that I bought this last year, they didn't have any Witcher swords out. But I really wanted a Witcher sword. Or a Viking sword, which one day I hope to get a Viking sword as well. A replica of a Viking sword. So I saw this, and I love Game of Thrones, I love Longclaw, and I love Jon Snow, because to me, he's very much a Witcher. I mean, come on, he screws redheads, he kills monsters, he's called the White Wolf. I mean, let's be honest here, that's pretty awesome. So, this is why I got him as well, and I like this sword. Now, this sword is more so to just hang up. This isn't what I'd call one that you'd want to swing around. It's very sturdy, though. It does feel very sturdy, and you definitely can crack it around, you know, like a lightsaber. I gotta get a lightsaber one day, you know, a good lightsaber. But that would be another video entirely. So hang on, I just need to. There we go, just so it's easy, because this is a GoPro, so it's sometimes hard to see what it's in frame, but that is so much easier. This is actually really good. So it's not bad. The metal, I'm not good with what different metals are. It just looks and feels a bit different. It probably is strong. I wouldn't surprise me. And you can take that off. It's not as pointy as my other swords. It doesn't really feel like a sword that would be that, like it would be, well, I mean, obviously if you sharpened it, you could sharpen it. I assume that this is one of those, like, cheap-ended swords that's only for, like, here you go, look at it, because this looks like it would break. It feels like it could break fairly easily if you were to swing it. You can, I mean, I haven't swung it yet, I really should, but you can definitely play around with it and cosplay with it, you know. So that was the first one I bought. And then the following year, this year, which is where I really amped it up, I got my first Witcher sword. Which is, well, this one has 2, I think it's wolves or serpents on its pommel. Now this one feels much more sturdier. It actually comes with a sheath, as you can tell. And actually, you can actually put it on your back. Buckle and everything. Very nice. Very nice indeed. So this one feels more better, I guess you could say. Now, what's interesting is, and the metal looks like it's more cleaner and more like you want to play around with it. Now, you'll see at the end here how it's a bit screwed up. This is one that I swing around. I train with this sword, you know. I don't do any official sword training, but I add the back every now and then to get some anger out, just to enjoy what it's like to feel with a sword. I do go outside and I do use this and swing it around and stuff. I don't know if you can hear that, but you can. Now, it feels a bit, you know, if you can hear that. I hope this doesn't look weird, but yeah. It looks great. Feels great. It looks fantastic, and it's definitely a great quality build. Definitely feels and looks slightly better than that one, if you can, you know, tell. There we go. Pull it back a bit. Yeah, so still good. Still good. Still good. Just having some fun. But yeah, so it's a good sword. Now, I don't know if this is my one. So when I bought this sword here, this was the last one, and the quality of it, I mean, this fell off and I had to re-glue it back on. And when I'm swinging it around outside, it does feel a bit like it's going to come apart. Like I feel like I've got to like twist it to tighten it a bit. It does work well, and I've put some thrust behind it to move it around, and it does stay very well. But I don't know if it's the make, like the people that made it, because the people that I bought it from, they're not the best with the swords they sell. So I don't know if it's because they sold it, or it was the last one, or the fact that it's just how these are overall made. I don't know. I'm not that far into it yet. I guess it may. I mean, I'll buy some more swords later on. I want to get a Viking sword from maybe Grimfrost, which I might do another video on that. But I want to do that stuff, so who knows. But this one was a very nice sword that I thoroughly enjoyed. And actually, to be truthful, this was sharp as hell. Like, I cut my finger with it because it was that sharp. Compared to the one from my the first one, the Jon Snow one, that's nothing. So this one definitely feels like, at least if you get it and you want to defend yourself with it, this sort of sword feels like it could be one that you can defend with, which is awesome as shit. It has got good weight to it too. I think it's a long sword. I think it's more so a long sword to an extent because of the fact that you got such a long area. You can put both hands on it, so you've got more control and more power towards it, which makes sense because a Witcher sword, they got to go up against griffins and wyverns and vampires and stuff like that. Awesome. So that was my second sword. I also just love the sheath as well. Like, it adds so much dimensions, and since I want to be a filmmaker, this could also be used very well for the other stuff. And what's good is the scabbard, I think it's called, is very well done. It feels nice. It's not, I don't think it's a leather. I think it's a false leather, but it's still very, very nice. And you know, you push it in, you got yourself a very good sword. And the last one I bought this year, actually, it was like 2 months ago. This is my pride and joy. So this is one that I haven't taken out, and it is another Witcher sword, because the Witcher swords, they have a variety of swords, so I kind of want to get them all, but this one is a really, really good one. So as you can tell, this has got a wolf on it, more so. This is the one that I think Geralt usually has in the games and books. So, but what's great is it's got, well, first of all, it looks beautiful. This, very similar. And first of all, the blade looks great. The blade looks absolutely amazing. Fantastic. It feels great. It's not as sharp as the last one, so it feels like it's kind of taken from the Jon Snow one in a way, because it's not one that's sharp. It's very thick, and I guess if you sharpened it, it would be very, very strong. This one I haven't thrown around, so I don't know how strong it is in terms of being made. All I know is that when I got it, it feels great. Like, it's heavier than that sword. This feels absolutely amazing. The quality of it is fairly good. I just don't know how it is when I swing it around, because I don't want to. This is the sort of sword that I just want to keep out and just have people to sit back and enjoy. So, it feels good, it looks good, and I love it. But what's cool is this. So, the scabbard here, very similar to the last one, as you can tell. But I believe it's real leather. At least he said that. But then again, you know, people trying to sell you stuff. And yeah, got that, which is cool. And it, like this one, I love. It feels more sturdy. It feels like it's a good piece quality. Maybe not one that you could fully use. Oh shit! Sorry. This is my first time doing this, as in like this new area, so it's a very small space that I actually can move around. And when you've got swords that are huge, there's going to be some problems. But yeah, these are the swords that I've bought, and this is my favorite one. This is my favorite one. I love the other two. I'm going to put the Jon Snow up one when I find room. I haven't really got room to put it up anywhere. If I find any room, I will. And yeah, so I've got number 1, number 2. To move it to the side a bit, and then number 3, all based around the fantasy ones. Now I do want to get more. I obviously want to get a Viking one, and I want to get maybe a Lord of the Rings one. That'd be awesome. It'd be really good, actually. So there we are, my 3 swords. Hang on. Yeah, my 3 swords, and they're really good. Wolf, dragons, and wolves. I'm gonna pretend these are dragons because I love dragons, and dragons are awesome, mate. Hey. So yeah, that is Aussie Viking Actions in Valhalla. Bye.